All right. Looks like we're live. Welcome back. This is one of the ones that was one of the whimsy swipes I did a while back. I'll just leave it sit there for a few minutes or for a few seconds until everyone gets in, somebody gets in here. But yeah, I really like how this one dried. It's very nice. This is that Master's Touch paint. One of the things I really like about the Master's Touch paint is it dries pretty true to colors. A lot of other paint brands will dry a little bit darker. This dries pretty true to the same color as it was wet. Not too much change in the color, so it turns out real nice and bright. So, all right, we'll get that moved out of the way, though. Just had that sitting there for the thumbnail. And then we have an 8x10 canvas today and just a couple of small little things to pour on today. Not too much. Going to be kind of a short one. So I also wanted to answer any questions. If you have any questions, let me know. So I want to say that right off the bat because it's going to be a short one. So if you got a question, get it in there. Hey, Creations by Baby Doll. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Welcome. Welcome, Punchy Paints. Welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I was super happy how this turned out. This is a technique I kind of just, a whimsy swipe is what I'm calling it, but I'm just taking kind of a palette knife randomly through. Thank you. So I have opened up the window. Hopefully that'll help here. So I was thinking what we could do here was a like a flip and drag. Hey Robert, how are you doing? How was your weekend? Welcome everyone. Welcome. So I'm just going to get a base of white down. And I mix all my paints, my white, all of them the exact same way. I don't do any different consistency or anything different for my base color, my base paints. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of spread this about. But this is actually a canvas from the Dollar Tree. And recently they have the canvas panels, you know, like just the panel, and then they have an actual canvas. The panels are really not worth it for paint pouring. They just buckle up and they don't really work well. But the actual canvas, it's about a 1/2 inch thickness. They actually work pretty well, the stretch canvas. I was surprised. I was not expecting the best out of the Dollar Tree for a canvas. I, buy a lot of other things, but surprisingly, their canvas was pretty good. I've done a couple of them now. Oh, it's all out of focus. It really shouldn't be. How long has it been that way? I wasn't even looking. Here, I can get it to focus on that, and then there, it'll focus. And then I knock over paints as I'm doing it. Sorry, guys, I was looking up and I was like, oh my. So I'm going to do a flip and drag. So I was thinking of doing some of this Admiral, and I just have a little medicine cup I'm reusing. I always just reuse the same cups. You can use them over and over again. Hey, Katie, how are you doing? Oh, you painted the dining room and living room? Oh, Kills, yes. But it's so worth it. I hate Kills. It's the fumes and everything. It's just hard to work with, but it's gonna be so worth it, and it's a great primer. But Mike knows way more about that. He can talk about darn thing. I turned off the autofocus. Now it's gonna, let me see. See if I give it something to, there we go. There we go. Focus you. Okay, so we got some Admiral Blue, and that blue does have silicone in it. And then this is Cheap Paints Cobalt Blue, but it's more of a periwinkle. Cleanup sucks, yes. So I was thinking, I put the, and then that was Key West, and then that was some red violet. And cherry cobbler. And then some more of that blue. Burgundy and tan. Mike hates painting like burgundies, reds, because it takes so many, quite a bit of coats of paint to get the red right, or burgundy or anything like that. Okay, now I've got way too much paint in there, but I'm not paying attention. I'm just filling it with paint, and then I'm like, whoa, I got a lot to do a flip and drag for such a small canvas. But that's okay. I think what I'm going to actually do is, can you guys see if here, I'll push it over. I've got this little wood. I've got to get some of this paint. I'm going to pour it on that. All right. So then we can do our flip and drag, because we had a little too much. I wasn't paying attention, just going crazy putting the paint in there. Just a second, I'll give you guys a better look at this. It's really, there you go. And that's just one of those little tiny wood little flowers. I'm gonna set that aside and then get that back and wipe my hands off, and then I'm gonna do a flip and drag on this. The camera wants to be a brat today. Not sure what that's all about. I turned off the autofocus so we don't have the like heartbeat we had going on, and now it's doing that. Yeah, 4 coats, yep. Yeah, Mike hates doing reds, burgundies. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and do a flip and drag for this. So I'm gonna go carefully with that. All right.